Friday the 13th, 3 p.m. Just clocked out of work, and so begins the Odyssey, episode number 1. All right, so we are 8 weeks post-show. I'm finally starting to feel normal again, which is awesome. Training has been going really good too. Today is chest and shoulders with like a tiny bit of triceps. I'm probably gonna throw in some calves and some abs at the end as well. That's part of my morning routine. However, I had to go into work really early today, so wasn't able to do that. So I'll probably tack that on to the end of this workout. But right now, just heading to the gym. Gonna talk about the session, I guess, for a second here. Other side note, I really need to get one of those little holders for my phone. Driving one-handed right here. So yeah, training has been going really good. Just been feeling way better in general. You know, now that body weight has come up and I am far enough post-show to where food is in a decent spot as well. So every training session now, the motivation is back. I'm really looking forward to all those. The training is feeling really good. Every week I'm going in there, I'm progressing. So like today, I just know that it's going to be really good. I can just feel it. It's one of those workouts where I haven't even hit the workout yet, but it's one of those things where you're driving to the gym and you already know it's going to be a good day. So I think last week I hit the 90s for flat press. That's kind of like my main movement, dumbbells. This week 95s. I'm just feeling it. I could probably go up to hundreds, but I'm really trying to pace my progressions here, which is something I'll probably explain in another video. It's a little bit of a long explanation, but yeah, 95s today. I don't have a rep goal in mind. I'm just gonna go as hard as I can. After that, we got some hammer strength, incline, pause in the stretch there. What else am I doing? Oh yeah, pec deck, and then I got side laterals. Side laterals I'm gonna start the workout with. Rear delts, and then yeah, a little bit of triceps, a little bit of abs, calves. I'm almost to the gym right now. So one thing I wanted to touch on real quick is, you're probably thinking why is this idiot changing in the parking lot? Why doesn't he just go home and relax for a little bit and then change and then go to the gym? I'm gonna tell you right now, man, that is just procrastination. Do not get into that. Now, if you're as into bodybuilding as I am, if you went home, it wouldn't matter. You're still gonna hit the gym. You're still gonna change and do everything and go to the gym because it's such a high level priority for you. But for a lot of people who that's not the priority, who they just go to the gym to be in shape or be fit or get in better shape or whatever their goal is, if you go home, I'm telling you right now, you're not going back out to the gym. It's not happening. You're gonna sit down, you're gonna relax, and you're gonna put it off till tomorrow. That same thing's gonna happen. You're never gonna go to the gym. You're gonna be that person who goes once a month. You're the person the gyms make all the money off of, because you just pay their monthly fee and you don't even use their facilities. So that is why, like, I just go straight from work. I just change and I just book it to the gym. I hate procrastinating. I used to procrastinate all the time in high school. And once I got to college, I don't know exactly what happened. I just stopped procrastinating. I think I tried it a couple times of not procrastinating, and the difference it made for like my mental was insane. Because I used to be like, oh, I'll just write this essay at the last minute, and then it's just terrible. There's so much stress. The quality of your work is garbage. Plus, even the weeks leading up to that, like, you know it's there, it's in the back of your head, and you're like, ah, man, I gotta do that, I should start working on that, and you just never do. Until the absolute last minute, and then it's a total crapshoot. So, everybody out there, do not procrastinate. Just as comparison is the thief of joy, procrastination is the thief of time. And time is the most valuable asset you have in your entire life. Time is the most valuable thing ever, because you can never, ever get it back. So stop procrastinating. Once I stopped procrastinating, oh my God, it's life-changing. Because I would then go into college when I stopped procrastinating. It'd be something dumb like, you got like a 10-page essay to write, right? But you just write like 3 paragraphs, 2 or 3 paragraphs a night. Once the assignment is assigned, like, they give you like 3 months to do it. You write that 2 or 3 paragraphs every day. It takes you like 20 minutes. By, 2 weeks, 10 days, something like that, like, you're done, and the project still isn't due for another 2 months. Meanwhile, nobody else has started. And then all the way when it gets to the end, everybody panicking, you're big chilling. So take that into everything that you do in life, and you'll find that it is just incredibly valuable. Not only for like mental stress, but just for like productivity and just being super productive, getting stuff done. It will really make you feel so much better when you take procrastination out of your life. So no more procrastinating, all right? Enough talking, enough rambling. It is time to get after chest, shoulders, and a little bit of triceps. So I'm gonna catch you guys in there. So hopefully this mic is working, picking up my voice and cutting out the music, or else I'm probably gonna have to mute all this. But first exercise is going to be this Arsenal Strength side lateral machine. I've already done my warm-up sets, and my working sets are going to be four working sets in the 10 to 15 rep range. This is what I'm going to start my chest and shoulder day with right here. Side delts, they can never be big enough, and they're not going to really take away from your pressing. So it's usually a good rule of thumb to just go ahead and start with them on any type of like push session that you may have. Now, if I happen to get more than 15 reps, or the ability to get more than 15 reps, I'm going to go for it. I'm not just going to stop there at 15 because that's what, the program says, 10 to 15. If I get 15 and I can go to 18, I'm going to go to 18. I'm going to go to failure on every set of these, okay? The avoidance of failure that goes around these days is just absolutely absurd to me. You should be looking at it the other way. You shouldn't be afraid to overtrain. You should be afraid to undertrain. Anyways, I'm going to get into this set. So, hopefully it doesn't get too loud. We will see.
Now those partial reps, I'm not gonna count those in my logbook. So I'm just gonna count the like 19 or 20, whatever I got. I'll review the tape and see how many I got there. But as far as the partials, I'm not counting those. Those aren't full reps, but that is me pushing to the level of intensity that I believe is needed to really put on tissue. So again, not gonna count those reps, but I'm gonna perform those, every set on these right here. All right, so fourth final set right here. The first 3 sets were 60 for 20, 60 for 15, 60 for 12. So because my rep range is 10 to 15, you can kind of see the pattern of the drop off there. It's unlikely that I will get 60 for that same rep range of 10 to 15. So what I did, drop the weight just a little bit, and then I'm gonna aim to be in that rep range. Same thing with the first set though. Say I get 15 and I have a couple more, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna take that. I'm not just gonna leave those reps on the table just because the programming says 10 to 15. So gonna see what we can get here. Again, I apologize if this gets loud. Like I said, this series is just gonna be raw. It's just gonna be me in the gym, loud, grunting, being annoying, but I'm trying to progress here. If you could lift without making a sound, I guarantee you are not lifting hard. Oh, one more important thing. When you do these, try to think about scraping your knuckles against the ground as far as you can. And that's gonna really help you to use your side lateral to use your side delts to actually be moving the weight on this side lateral. Another thing, don't be overly concerned about, oh, I feel my traps are on fire. Your traps have to move, they have to be engaged in order for this movement to be possible to do. You can't move your shoulder without the trap engaging. So don't be worried about that. Also, have you ever met somebody with traps who are too big? I haven't. So don't worry about that. These are like fine, nuanced things that just don't matter, okay? So scrape your knuckles against the ground as far as you can. And if you start feeling your traps burning, just keep pushing through it. All right, so now we're moving into the dumbbell chest press. Probably gonna do 3 to 4 warm-up sets here. Start with like, my working set I know is gonna be 95, so probably gonna start with something like 40, go to 60, 75, 80 after that, and then I'll jump to the 95s and do my working set. One tip about warm-up sets here is perform your warm-up sets, take them seriously, like you're gonna do a working set with them, okay? Warm-up sets matter. Most of the time, the way you perform on your warm-up sets is going to dictate your top working set. Not all the time, but a majority of the time. So this is a movement that I generally like to be more warmed up for than not so warmed up for, right? It's not something I just jump into. So I usually actually do 2 sets of the lightest warm-up weight just to really make sure everything is on point. So I'll just sit here, chill with the dumbbells for probably a minute or so, go in there, do my next set, and then I'll take those progressions that I talked about. All right, so that first set was 45s. Second set is gonna be 65s. And again, these are just warm-up sets. So not really trying to tax the muscle. All I'm trying to do is just get a good feel on the form and just put some blood in the muscle. All right, so things are feeling pretty good today. These are the 85s. This is gonna be my final warm-up set. So 4 to 6 reps is all I'm looking for here. Then I'm going to take a short little break and then jump into the 95s for my working set. All right, so I have 2 working sets here in the 8 to 12 rep range. Same thing applies. If I get to 12 and I can get more, I'm gonna take it. So I'm confident that I'm gonna land within my rep range, and I think there's a chance based on how I'm feeling right now that maybe I'll get more. So that's what I'm aiming for. I'm looking to get more than 12, but we'll see. So another thing is, like, you know, I'm trying to make sure that I am controlling this, right? I'm not just doing sake for the sake of reps. I could easily just not control the eccentric and bang out more than that, but that is not what the goal is within bodybuilding, right? Yep. Okay, so really happy with that first set. Obviously got over the rep range. However, rather than go up weight, because I've probably generated, you know, so much fatigue from that, I'm gonna stick with the same weight, and it's likely that I'll now fall within that 8 to 12 rep range. Now, as I get deeper and deeper into the off season, it'll probably be more of, you know, weight switching rather than, you know, progressing past my rep range and then dropping back down on the second set in the rep range. It'll probably be more like, you know, say I do the hundreds for 12, then I drop it down to like 95s and do them for 8 to 10, something like that. But for right now, this is how I'm kind of pacing my progressions out in the beginning of this off season. So gonna do 95 again, second set here, and again, if I can get more than 12, you best believe that I'm gonna take it. And to everybody who throws the dumbbells on the floor, if you do that, you can't control the weight that you're doing. You need to lower the weight. Not to mention, imagine if you're the gym owner. You know how much these cost? Dudes be just chucking them on the floor, snapping them in half. Respect the weights. All right, so next movement, gonna be this hammer strength incline press. I'm doing 2 sets here in the 10 to 15 rep range. I'm also doing a pause in the stretch. So you'll probably notice that the weight here is lighter than what I usually do, and that's because, for one, I was doing this first previously, now I'm doing it third. And then second, the pause and the stretch. That's really gonna limit your amount of loading that you're able to do on pretty much all exercises when you're doing a pause and a stretch. A couple quick pointers on this one. So a lot of people go real close in with the grip. That's gonna make this a very tricep dominant press, okay? If you're pressing for chest, which if you're using this machine, you should be pressing for chest. You're gonna wanna have a much wider grip. Try to stack your joints over one another. So try to think about having your wrist, your forearm, elbow, all stacked right on top of each other. That's gonna give you your most powerful pressing position. And also you just wanna have slightly wider hand placement so you can just activate and use more of your chest. The next thing would be that when I'm pushing this up, I'm trying to think about connecting my biceps together rather than like using my triceps to press, if that makes any sense. So instead of thinking about just going straight out, I'm more thinking about biceps coming together in order to move that weight. That way I'm not using so much of my shoulders, so much of my front delts, so much of my triceps to push this lift. I'm really using more of my chest that way. Last thing you'll notice is I'm not going to go to full lockout. This machine gets extremely heavy the closer and closer you get to lockout. And what that's gonna do is really just tax your triceps, and that's gonna affect your overall output on this machine. So you're gonna get less chest development because your triceps are gonna burn out so fast. Yep. Yep. All right, so third, final movement for chest is gonna be this pec deck right here. 3 sets in the 12 to 20 rep range. Same thing applies that applied to all the other ones. If I end up going higher than my rep range and I still have more reps in the tank, I'm gonna go ahead and take that. A quick thing to pay attention to with the pec deck is a lot of people will stay completely with their scapula retracted. Now, when you come forward, that kind of limits you, right? You're not able to actually fully flex your chest. So if you having your scapula pinned back on the way back, that's completely fine. But when you come forward, try to actually let that roll forward a little bit, and you'll be able to see that you're able to actually fully engage the chest and fully contract it when you allow this to protract a little bit, okay? So pay attention to that. Don't go too overboard to where you're using all your front delt to move it. That's just something you kind of, as you come closer to finishing the movement, you just let that happen and you'll get a better contraction that way. Oh, and yo, look at this. Can you guys see how swollen that is? I don't even know if you can see that, but like, I got a mosquito bite last night. My arm, like, there's like a golf ball in it. I hope the swelling goes down. I'm gonna have to go to the doctor. Okay, so first working set, let's get into it. Ooh. One thing I'll notice on there also is full control. I'm really trying to just squeeze a lot of blood into the muscle with this movement. I see so many people using the entire stack on that. Are you a 300-pound IFBB pro? No, you're not. You don't have that level of like actual muscular strength. You might be able to, again, move the weight, but is your muscle moving that weight? This is also not an exercise, it's like a compound movement. You really shouldn't be, in my opinion, going into this with like the idea of progressing this like you're gonna progress a compound movement. To me, this is something where I'm really trying to get a full stretch because I already have a ton of blood in the muscle, right? So I'm trying to get a full stretch while that muscle is pumped full of blood, and then contract hard, control the eccentric so that I'm just pumping more and more blood into that muscle. So just a couple other things I wanted to point out about this movement. Going into my second set here, same goal as before, just trying to stretch the muscle, put as much blood into it as possible. Now, I'm also taking a little bit shorter rest times on this. I'm not taking like a 3, 4, 5 minute break like I do on a compound movement, again, for the same reasons that I just went over. Now, what I'm about to say next may seem a little bit contradictory to what I just said, but I'm not trying to progress this movement, if that makes sense. I'm just not hyper focused on that. It's not my main goal. Like, if I'm still doing 90 pounds in 2 months, that's a problem, okay? It's not that I'm not trying to progress it. I'm just not so focused on it that every time I come in here, it has to be progressed. What I'm more focused on with this movement is like, how good does it feel? I just want to come out of this with like a crazy chest pump, and I just want to feel that I basically gave my full effort to every set that I had here. Yep. No. Okay, last thing here. Same thing applies to doing pec decks or flies that applies when I was talking about that hammer strength incline. I'm trying to press my biceps together, okay? not trying to do anything else in this lift, because if I concentrate on just pushing my biceps together, that's really gonna help me use only my chest to move the weight. And again, with these movements, what are you trying to do? You're trying to build the chest, right? We're not trying to build shoulders, not trying to build triceps. We're not trying to just move weight. We are trying to build a chest. All right, third and final set, going down right here. So because my last set was like on the lower end of that rep range that I'm aiming for, I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. Dropping the weight a little bit, and by doing that, that should land me back within, you know, the rep range that I'm looking for. So again, pushing it as far as I can and just trying to get the best connection with the muscle here. So final set going down. All right, so moving on to my final two movements here. This one is going to be a rear delt pull. Now, if you haven't lifted for at least 5 years, you don't even need to worry about this, okay? Because I can tell you right now, your back sucks, and you don't need to worry about rear delts. You need to worry about getting a big back, okay? Get a big back, and you will have some decent rear delts. Once you have a big back and your rear delts maybe need work, then you can start thinking about throwing in things like this. But if you're at that point, this is one of my favorite rear delt movements because you're able to load it pretty heavy. This is gonna be 3 sets within the 12 to 20 rep range. Real quickly, I want to specify that just because you've been training for 5 years doesn't mean your back doesn't suck, okay? And also when I'm talking about training, I'm talking about real hard progressive training, okay? Dieting, sleeping, training extremely hard in the gym, doing all those things for 5 years in a row. If your back sucks, don't even worry about rear delts because you're just throwing away recovery and time that you could be putting towards your back. And again, nobody that has a good back has bad rear delts, okay? So build your back first before you think about any of those little like small minor details. All right, so just wrapped up my last set on rear delts. Now I'm moving into my tricep movement. So there's only one tricep movement for today. I've already done a lot of pressing. There's no reason to really do a bunch of tricep sets, okay? So it's gonna be 3 sets here, 15 to 20 rep range. It's just gonna be a unilateral push down. So like this here, obviously I'll take you through my set, but this is gonna wrap up my workout. And I said I'm gonna do abs and calves as well. My phone's about to die, so I'm just gonna rip through that after this. I'm not gonna record it. I'll probably record that actually when I record my morning routine, since that's more a part of my morning routine than it is my actual sessions. So I'll go ahead and do that at some point, but for now, this is gonna be my last movement of like this actual workout. I'm gonna hit abs and calves, gonna head home, and then I'm gonna get my next meal in, and that's when I'll see you guys next. All right, so post-workout meal here is super simple. It's just gonna be ground beef, peas, and rice. Hopefully you guys can see that. Super simple, tastes really good. I have pink sea salt on there. I have this blue agave sriracha, and then I have this sugar-free barbecue sauce right there. So just mix that all up together, and to me, it tastes really, really good. Quickly, before I eat this, I wanted to give a shout out to Sahil,
who I met over at LA Fitness. He came up to me. He said that he watches my YouTube videos. So first of all, I really, really appreciate that. I think that's the first time I've ever had that happen. So it's kind of like mind blowing to me. But man, if any of you guys who watch these see me in the gym, like, don't hesitate to come and say what's up. I know I don't look like the most approachable person in the gym. I look like quite the opposite of that. But trust me, I'm not that way. If you come up to me, I will definitely talk to you, say what's up. You know, I always like meeting you guys. And Sahil, you know, he's a really young lifter. He's, you know, I can tell that he wants to get after it, and that he puts in the hard work. So, you know, to all you guys out there who are younger, putting in that work, man, just keep doing your thing. As long as you're consistent and you're just getting your meals in, lifting hard, you are going to grow. So again, I wanted to give a shout out to Sahil. Thanks for saying what's up, man. I really appreciate it. And if any of you guys, again, you know, if you see me in the gym or anything like that, don't hesitate to come and say what's up. Now, I'm going to get this meal down. I actually got a lot of stuff to do tonight. I got to cook chicken, do laundry, do some client updates as well, and work on some programming for some people. So I'm going to get after all that. I'm probably not going to record that, but I'm going to make this like a 2-part episode. So I'm going to record some stuff tomorrow. So that is where you will see me next. All right, told you guys that I would see you tomorrow, and here we are on Saturday, and it's pumpkin patch time. Let's go. 45 minutes later, we have arrived at the pumpkin patch, and it's way bigger than we thought. This place is huge. So we're gonna kind of walk around and see basically everything there is in there, but I don't even know if we're gonna be able to, because it's so big. Like, look at all the, like, that's just a small portion of the parking. There's so many people here. Woo, look at the size of this guy. How many steaks do you think I could get out of him? Look at that door, that's cute. It's like an abstract art. Yeah, this stuff looks all fresh and not picked through. I found the perfect one. Look how perfect this is. Looks just like the picture. Let's try it out. Stop it. Oh, he's got a growth underneath. I don't know if that's good or not. Oh, it's a heart. Put it in the bag. Whoa. Ooh, we have a winner, boys. Look at that. Oh, let me get that angle. Oh. Woo. Oh. All right, Heidi says we have a winner. Let's see. The anticipation is killing me. Oh! Oh shit! That is a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at all them pumpkins. Heidi has dubbed this one the winner. Look at it. It is perfect. It's perfect. We shall carve it.
It's got blood on it.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, extra spooky.
Gotta wrangle this bad boy. Oh.
Smile.
All right, guys, so we are back from the pumpkin patch slash farmer's market slash harvest. I don't even know what it was. It was really awesome, though. It was massive. So let's just go over all the stuff we got real quick. Pumpkin, we're going to carve this up in a couple days. I'm not sure what design we're going to go with, but we'll find something that's fun. We got a couple of these albino peppers. I've never seen these before, so I'm curious to try these, see how good they are. We got a couple tomatoes. They're like random. I don't even know. This one was supposed to be like a pineapple one or something. Like not actually taste like pineapple, but that's the name of it. This was purple something. Zucchini, you guys already saw that. Heidi picked that one out. We got some pumpkin bread here. This is probably going to be extremely good. Got a couple salsas too. I'm really excited to try these. Throw these on like my chicken and rice. Man, mango lime salsa. That's got to be good for sure. Picked up some dried fruit. I really like dried fruit. This is something that I can use to like throw into my meals, or I can have this in the morning instead of my other fruits that I have. We picked up some mozzarella and some basil as well, because we're going to cut up some of those tomatoes tonight and just throw some mozzarella on there, put a little bit of basil on there, and just have kind of like a fresh little appetizer going there. Last thing we got there was these snickerdoodle cookies, so these will probably be extremely good as well. And then on my way back, had to stop at the gas station. Man, you know the drill. Gotta get some sips. So got a Rosa, and then the rarest of them all, the Red Monster. Woo! Look at that. You literally like cannot find these in stores. You have to order these on Amazon if you want these. So finding these is so rare. And Heidi, what does this taste like?
Red.
Exactly. So when somebody asks you, what does Red Monster taste like? Tastes like red. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this is a little on the longer side, so I'll keep them shorter in the future. If you're interested in coaching, feel free to contact me right here. If you don't follow me on Instagram, or want to pay attention to what I post on Instagram, over there's a lot of training information and stuff like that. I'll put that right here. And that is going to wrap up episode number 1 of the Odyssey. So I will catch you guys in episode number 2. Peace.